Hello, we're back. There's a new pope. Have you seen that? Probably. Well, if you find it out via this, I do apologise. But there's a new pope. Just when you thought American hegemony over the globe was going to end via Donald Trump and Elon Musk
Legalize comedy. Yeah.
destroying the world together, further deregulation, the end of the global system of trade that they set up. It can't carry on like this, can it?
It can.
And why can it, Mick? Well, because there's a new pope, an American one. Well, why is that bad? Why is an American pope bad? Well, because Americans should not be in charge of anything ever. Just look what they've done to the world, as Michael Jackson once said, without bad example, allegations. Anyway, look what they've done to the world with the CIA coups overthrowing democratically elected governments all over the globe.
That went well.
The Iraq War.
That went well.
The Afghanistan War.
That went well.
The Catholic Church is probably the most evil organisation in history, and would definitely be if it wasn't for Protestants inventing clocks and having to work for a living. That's simply unacceptable. Why is the Catholic Church probably the most evil organisation that's ever lived? Well, millennia of empire and pointless religious wars.
That went well.
The Crusades.
That went well.
Collaborating with pretty much every fascist government that's ever existed, including Mussolini and the Nazis.
That went well.
He's going to be called Leo the 14th, Leo XIV. The first American to fill the role of the Pope, although he is considered as much a cardinal from Latin America. Now, when Americans go to Latin America, usually that's bad news. But it seems, if you look at Chile or Bolivia or Argentina or Uruguay or Brazil or Colombia or Mexico or anywhere the CIA's just gone and killed people who go, can we have some workers' rights? No, you can't. So this fella, Robert Prevost, born in Chicago, 1955, the deep dish pizza, of course, from Chicago as well. Now, I had a bet. I was, luckily, didn't put the amount of money I was going to on Pierre Batista Pizza Barla. Luckily for me, I was too skinned at the time. So I didn't. They dropped from 18 to 1 to 13 to 2. That's why I've been so invested in this Pope race. I had a double on the snooker and the Pope, which is, I recognise, quite an unusual bet. But if a friend of the show, John Higgins, had just potted the blue, he missed the blue. He missed the game. Only to me could that happen. John Higgins missed the blue, the game-winning shot on the game-deciding frame. I'm aware you may not be here for the snooker news, but we're getting it anyway. Snooker and Pope news. Like and subscribe. Now, to be fair to your man, Robert Prevost, Mr. Leo the 16th or 14th or whatever. Reminiscent of Louis the 14th. You don't want to, that, do you? Sore neck in that line of work. But, so it does seem, actually, that he's quite reasonable, really. He's a big fan of the old Francis. He's spoken very positively on immigrants and the poor, which is very good, really. So, as you'll know, J.D. Vance killed the last pope, as he is the Antichrist himself. And being the Antichrist, along with, his fellow demon, Donald Trump hates immigrants and the poor. And if they had someone like that in a position of sort of church authority, more so than the pointless mega church people in America, because they're just lunatics. If you're one of them big guys who goes around in a private jet, and nobody but lunatic Americans will believe that, so that's fine. Let them damage their own lives. But when the Catholic Church does still have massive sway over, obviously, lots of people all over the world. So, and again, being a terrible organisation, sort of historically, generally, etc. So that's still not good. and sort of how good can a pope be, really? But yeah, does seem that our Leo here isn't that bad. Like, it might be all right. So, willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. But I do think it's, it's the old, oh, it's all right on the old immigrants and the poor. And a bit like Francis, which Francis got away with, really. He was not good on the owl, women, gays, abortion stuff. Which, obviously, are you expecting the Pope to be good on that? Probably not. But yeah, on the topic of, not liking the gays, the women, the abortions is just women's rights. So it's like, like if you're a bloke, you can't really have an opinion. Like, so it should be up to, I've made some terrible decisions in my time. If I could get pregnant, I can imagine I would have done several times by accident. So, I feel do what you want. But yeah, it does seem that he's got, like your old man Francis, he's got some good views on sort of immigrants' poor environment kind of stuff, but better, like, obviously sort of stereotypical Pope beliefs in the women, the gays, and the, just any kind of rights for them lot, the women, the gays. Now, the good thing is, though, that it does appear the Catholic Church is sort of taking that route away from your proper old, like the previous Pope who resigned, who was a genuine Nazi. It does seem we've progressed past that into, and that Pope Francis, like any good Leninist, has, purged the ranks. 105 or something out of 130 odd of the cardinals appointed by Francis. Now, it's not really purging, that's just obviously because they're all fucking old men. You have to replace them after you've been in charge for 12 years. I think it's pretty like he was sort of not expected to live very long anyway. Mistral Ben Bergoglio or whatever his first, Pope Francis. Why am I trying to do that? Yeah. This is proper jabbering. This is. Usually I've written scripts. Today I haven't. You can tell why I do that, and usually because this is an abomination, but I'm sure I've got a good clip out of it, so that's all that matters. Right, in summary, we've jabbered, made no coherent sense, but got a few good jokes in early doors. That's what matters. So, political outlook from me, the wise oracle, possibly the worst advert communism's ever had, but that's me. I'm going to keep doing it anyway. So, whatever. But, so what do I think is going to happen? Well, I'll tell you what I think is going to happen. I think this fella's is willing at the minute, despite overwhelming evidence in the fact that he is American, which should automatically disqualify him from, any kind of goodwill. What do I think is going to happen that you're all dying to know? Well, I think what's going to happen is pretty much nothing, really. The Catholic Church is a 2,000-odd-year-old institution that very rarely changes, and will continue not to, really. It'd be good to have somebody who's going to stand up to sort of J.D. Vance, Donald Trump bullshit about immigrants and stuff like that. But do I see that happening, especially the fact that he's American? No, I don't. Not properly, anyway. Willing to give him the benefit of the doubt for the minute. Francis gives some good jabbings, but your man here, he's new. He's probably not going to want to rock the boat too soon. So he's not going to be. I don't think he's going to be as good as Francis on that level. On the old gays, women stuff, that's going to stay the same as the Catholic Church has for the last 2,000 years. So yeah, don't be expecting too much on that front. Obviously they should get on board, but it's an institution ran by old weirdos. So, in summary, what do we think is going to happen sort of globally more with the Pope? It's not the fucking 7th century anymore, is it? Don't worry about it. But it is an important figure sort of but looking like it's going to be semi-positive in the fact that he's at least not going to be a outright mouthpiece for fascism, which is good. And obviously, popes have done that before. I think all in all, your man Leo, fair play. That could come back to haunt me very quickly. And if it does, I will be deleting this video. But if not, if you've enjoyed this, I don't know why you would have done. But if you have, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that stuff people tell you to do. Tomorrow, we're going to be resuming a bit more thoughtful videos. Not this kind of stuff where I'm just going to jabber at the camera for 20 odd minutes and then cut it down. Spend all my day cutting it down and looking stupid. But yeah, anyway, hope you enjoyed that. I know I didn't. Like, subscribe. The Pope is back. Yeah, there you go. You didn't think that was going to happen, did you? Well, you did, because you know what happens with popes. But that's the Pope. I lost my bet. Good night.